Hi, I'm Brian. Recreational drugs have been being used since ancient times in all cultures and civilizations, and even up until this day. Many have wondered why people even use these drugs, especially recreationally. And it's seen as a very human thing, using drugs. But drugs are used recreationally by animals more often than you think. Now, I love animals. Me too. Thank you. And when I knew I wanted to talk about animals. I just wasn't sure what about them specifically. And while I was looking around, searching, I came across a couple cool stories of how animals have used drugs recreationally, similar to humans. Now, the three stories that I chose are dolphins, reindeer, and fruit flies. All right, let's dive a little deeper into dolphins. Now, dolphins, as they swim underwater, cannot light joints. But they can find pufferfish. Oftentimes, dolphins, more adolescents, around 2 years old, will seek pufferfish to get high. Now, pufferfish release a neurotoxin that is poisonous to humans, but to dolphins, gets them loopy, similar to as weed gets people loopy. Oh, and the chemical is called tetrotoxin. Now, they chew on this agitated pufferfish, so it releases it, and the chemical flows into their body. And they do this in gangs, is what they call it, usually male dolphins. And they play pass and whatnot with the pufferfish. But don't worry, the pufferfish doesn't die. So these gangs go around and are not liked by the pod of the dolphin pod. Just as, say, rowdy teenagers aren't loved by their parents. They also enjoy another pastime. After they suck on the pufferfish, they enjoy surfing waves. I thought was pretty cool, connection with people enjoying recreational drugs and then surfing. Occasionally, they're even kicked out of their pods for doing this too often, as they get addicted to the pufferfish. All right, now that we've discussed a similar drug to marijuana, it's a perfect gateway into our next topic, psychedelic drugs. Now, reindeer. Reindeer, as it turns out, love mushrooms. They eat mushrooms as a form of food, but as they graze, they occasionally eat a mushroom called a flageric mushroom. And this is a form of psychedelic mushroom. They are seen trouncing around and acting drunk-like after they've eaten these mushrooms. They make strange noises, and people started picking up on this and wondering why they're doing this, specifically after eating these mushrooms. And not only do they accidentally eat the mushroom occasionally, it has been noted that after they've eaten the mushrooms, they seek them out and ignore other foods and even occasionally fight other reindeer for the mushroom. Now, it was the Simone people who first noticed this. The tribal people that lived very close by to the reindeer. And they took it upon themselves to start eating the mushrooms. And this is believed to be where the activity of eating psychedelic mushrooms came from. And the people would also drink the pee of reindeer that they thought had eaten the mushroom, because drinking the pee of the reindeer, even after it had gone through their system, was enough to get you experience some new things. Now, it's said that when you eat this mushroom, it makes you feel like you can fly. And this is said to be where the flying myth of Santa Claus and his reindeer came from, is that people would eat these mushrooms or drink the pee of this reindeer and think they're flying. And so the reindeer probably think they're flying as well. All right, now that was a lot, so let's sit down and have a drink with fruit flies. Fruit flies start drinking at a very young age. As larvae, they are given birth to in rotting fruit, which is essentially a ball of alcohol. And they like to go around and eat all this alcoholic food and water, but they've been adapted so that they don't die from it. There is a parasite, little wasps, that like to put their eggs inside of the larva of fruit flies. This larva grows inside of them and almost eats them once they're birthed. And to protect themselves from this, they drink this alcohol, and it doesn't poison them, they just get a little tipsy off of it or whatever, but it kills the wasps. So right as they're birthed, they use this alcohol as self-medication to get rid of these parasites. Now, when they get older, they start using the alcohol for a different reason. So they go out, try and find themselves a mate. But if they are rejected, they go back, find their alcoholic beverage or rotting fruit, and drink it in a form of sorrow pleasure. It was shown in a study from the University of California that sexually rejected fruit fly are more likely to go to a alcoholic-based food, like a rotting fruit, whereas sexually pleased flies would go to any old food. They didn't really care if it was alcoholic or not. Now, in conclusion, the desire to be a stoner surfer, experience mind-altering journeys, and drown emotional sorrow are not just human characteristics. It is seen in dolphins that it is a social activity to do this and use recreational drugs. In reindeer, as they are the original mushroom tripping users, and flies seeking out booze if they can't find a partner. Thank you.
Okay, have